We're here on site at the Marine Avenue old incinerator site. We're pretty much wrapping up the first phase of project work, which is the site cleanup and pile processing. It's an old landfill ash incinerator site. We let this contract out in middle of April, I believe. The successful proponent was Tervita. One of the real benefits is when Tervita came in, they looked to source local talent, and actually about 60% of the crews that were working on this site throughout the first phase are all local, and that's not just the personnel but also the iron as well, so the equipment. Cathet Regional District's been working with our qualified professionals, Tetra Tech, and right now, the importance of working with Tetra Tech has really been to work around the site, test a lot of the materials and piles and soils, etc. on site to see what can be reused and then what material has to go into the sold-off landfill. We've been quite fortunate. I think we're going to be able to reuse a large part of the materials here. For instance, all the asphalt that was scattered around the site in various piles, as well as concrete. We did a grinding and a mix of the two of those, which is going to be incredible sub-base material for the next phases of work here. Some of the other benefits too were the wood chips, as well as some of the glass, and then we found a considerable amount of metal on the site as well, which is going to be exciting to use. We've engaged a few local artists and fabricators, just discussing with them some of the functional items we need.
Some of the metal pile might be transformed into fencing, gates, signage. The tires might become bunkers, outdoor seating, retaining walls, and road dividers. The glass we've been pulling out to mix in with concrete. These items can be great examples of the value and the resource of waste and how it can be used to make something functional and beautiful. Some of the trees were taken down from the site that needed to come down, and some of those are going to be used and milled locally to put into wall cladding in the EPR building, used as tabletops or shelving. And also some of the alders, when they were taken down because they were growing on the ash pile, we took some little slices out of the trees to look into and send away to a lab to see what the potential uptake was from heavy metals or any other materials that were in that pile. Where we could, we really tried to keep some of the alders. They're actually at the headwaters of a small stream that runs through the site, which is one of the riparian areas on site. And the more we can do to enhance that area will help in the future facilities treatment of surface water runoff and vegetative filtration.
On the more general aspect of environmental protection, the work we've done here will protect surface water as well as groundwater by the removal and consolidation of piles of materials throughout the site. Any of the non-reusable materials encapsulated into a landfill and in general cleaned up. So the result is protection of public health as well as the environment, and really it's a win-win for both the Cathet Regional District and the City of Powell River and the future users of this site. For instance, where we're standing right now, when we first came up to this site, we were looking at this natural spring coming out, and the water running across here had an oily sheen slick to it. We thought it was, possibly a natural occurrence, but after clearing out what we found to be a disposed of burnt commercial building with layers and layers of asphalt roofing, etc., leaching in to this water course. After the cleanup, it's running perfectly clear now, and that was not the case when we first arrived here. So, excellent example right here. We're happy to report that this first phase of the project is coming in about a week ahead of schedule, and that it was significantly under budget as well. We're going to move into a second phase. Hopefully we'll get the project underway mid to late summer of 2020 this year, and with a completion towards November 1st of 2020.